video, I'll walk you through the Excel tool called Analyze Data. It's an Excel AI that you can use to produce world-class analysis without really having to be an expert in Excel. So I'll walk you through how the tool works, and also I will produce a chart that will clean up, and then I'll show you how to make that chart so crystal clear that it will make you look like an expert. So let's get started. So first I click on this data here, go to home, hover over to the analyze data, click on that. So basically Excel just starts giving me suggestions on various ways that I can analyze my data. You scroll down and you will see various ways that you can really look at this data. I want to ask Excel a question. I want to ask it sales by date, and I click enter. So it gives me this data here, and it's in a pivot chart. I want to insert that pivot chart. So right now it's thinking. Let's give it a sec to think. So once our pivot chart is inside, we will go on there and then we'll start editing the pivot chart. So basically we just ask Excel to give us sales by date, and it has done that. It's shown us the data here, and then it's shown us the dollar values or the sales volume, or the sum of sales. So right now all we need to do now is I want to focus on cleaning this chart, because at the end of the day, it's one thing to have a chart, and it's one thing for Excel to give you something. It's another thing to take it to the next level. Sometimes one of the biggest errors that many people do is they just use the default ways that Excel gives them insights or charts like this, and then they think it's already perfect. But let's edit this chart, and I'll show you how to have fun doing that. So let's start with this chart color here. I want to change that line here. I want to give it a different color, something that would pop. So let's do that. If you click on that line until it's selected like this, just come over here. This is now the format series. Come to this painting here. It gives you this is like the fill and line. So here is for the line, and this is the fill color. So here we want to pick a color that is a little harder. That's the dark blue. I like to use that. And another thing I like to eliminate is these grid lines. Now look, our chart is cleaner now. I like to bold that. The next thing I want to do is, okay, this is date. So do we really need to say it's date? We know it's date, so we don't need that. So we already have sales by date. This is date. This is the sales volume. So I'll just take that out, and then I will bold this. So one other thing that I did notice is that it automatically just gave me this data in that denomination. I want to, let's do this, and let's format axis. I want to change that from 1000. So if I right click and I go to format axis, it pops out this. Instead of me having it the default way, I want to take it back to the way it was, and I don't need this. But what I will do first is I want to add the data label, and I want to add it above. So right now it's over there, so I'll delete this. Let's take that out. Okay, now this is not super clean. I want to kind of take it to the next level, format these numbers. So if you click on these numbers here, it will show you format data labels. You hover all the way down here, numbers, click on that. Right now the format you have for your numbers is general. You want to change that to custom. And what do you want to custom? It's gonna look very funny, but you just clear this out and type, I want to format this in millions. I'll type dollar 0.0 W comma 2 commas, and then I'll just quotation M, and then close that quotation. I just define the number formatting for millions. So right now, here you go. I'll just move this out a little bit so that it's clear. That's on top. I'll delete that. I'll bold this. I don't need those quotations. I just need it to be, and I need to take this out. Another thing that I like to do is to not have any border shades like that. It's gray right now. I want to remove it because if you ever want to paste this on a slide or share it with someone, it's actually cleaner in my perspective if it doesn't have those border lines. So right now, these are like borders. It's on automatic. So you want no border lines, you need to click there. So no border lines. And then this is bold. So look at the chart, super clean. You know, you look at it, you could literally see 1.1 million trending all the way to 1.4 by the 10th, and then the max is 3.3, and then dropped to 2.2 million on the 12th January. So that's how to use the analyze to basically start you up with just you writing a certain command telling, hey, I want to see sales by date, and then it just gives you a suggestion. You add it as a pivot chart, and basically it shows you the data and then the chart, and then you analyze. You kind of clean up the chart to make sure it looks like, you know, something that's done by a professional analyst, and that chart now can go to anyone and they don't need any explanation to know what is really going on. It's sales. Here is the sales dollar value and date. Here you go. You could see the trend, you could see the max, you know, you could see literally the mean over here. So this is definitely awesome, and I hope you use this tool. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.